In ancient times, in the Dumai area stood a kingdom named Seri Bunga Tanjung. This kingdom is ruled by a queen named Cik Sima. This queen has 7 daughters who are beautiful and graceful, known as the 7 princesses. Of the 7 daughters, the youngest daughter is the most beautiful. Her name is Mayang Sari. Princess Mayang Sari has a very charming beauty. Her skin is soft like silk, her face is beautiful and radiant like a full moon, her lips are red like a pomegranate, her eyebrows are like ring ants, her long and curly hair is loose like a mayang. Because of that, the princess is also known as Mayang Mengurai. One day, the 7 daughters were bathing in the bottom of Sarang Umay. Because they were so engrossed in bathing and joking around, the 7 princesses did not realize that there were several pairs of eyes watching them, which turned out to be Prince Ampang Kuala and his bodyguards who happened to be passing by in the area. They watched the 7 daughters from behind the buses. Secretly, the prince was fascinated by the beauty of one of the princesses, who was none other than Princess Mayang Sari. Unknowingly, Prince Ampang Kuala muttered softly,
"A beautiful girl in the bottom of Dumai. Beautiful in Dumai. Yes, yes. Dumai, Dumai."
Those words kept coming from Prince Ampang Kuala's heart. Apparently, the prince fell in love with the princess. Therefore, the prince intends to ask for her hand. A few days later, the prince sent an envoy to propose to the princess, whom he knew was named Mayang Mengurai. Queen Cik Sima welcomed the proposal with the customary nobility that prevailed in the Seri Bunga Tanjung Kingdom, where it is the eldest daughter who has the right to receive the proposal first. Knowing that the prince's proposal was rejected, the envoy returned to face the prince.
"Spare me, Your Majesty. I have no intention of disappointing you, sir. The Seri Bunga Tanjung royal family is not ready to accept your proposal to marry Princess Mayang Mengurai."
Hearing the report, the king was furious because of extreme embarrassment. The prince no longer cared about the customs that prevailed in Seri Bunga Tanjung. The rage that gripped his heart could no longer be controlled. The prince immediately ordered his commanders and soldiers to attack the Seri Bunga Tanjung kingdom. The battle between the 2 kingdoms on the outskirts of the Malacca Strait was inevitable. In the midst of the raging war, Queen Cik Sima immediately ran her 7 daughters into the forest and hid them in a hole with a dirt roof and protected by trees. The queen also did not forget to provide her 7 daughters with enough food for 3 months. After that, the queen returned to the kingdom to fight against Prince Ampang Kuala's troops. It's been 3 months, but the battle between the 2 kingdoms never ended. After entering the 4th month, Queen Cik Sima's troops were increasingly pressured and helpless. Finally, Seri Bunga Tanjung was destroyed. Many people died. Seeing that her country was devastated and powerless, Queen Cik Sima immediately asked for the help of a genie who was meditating on the upper Umay River hill. One evening, Prince Ampang Kuala's troops were resting in the lower reaches of Umay. They took shelter under mangrove trees. However, towards the evening, a very terrible event occurred. Suddenly, they were crushed by thousands of mangroves who fell and stabbed into the body of Prince Ampang Kuala's troops. Less than half of the night, Prince Ampang Kuala's troops were paralyzed. When the Ampang Kuala's kingdom's troops were helpless, Queen Cik Sima's envoy came to Prince Ampang Kuala. Seeing the arrival of the envoy, the prince, who was still sitting weakly, holding back the pain, immediately asked,
"O Seri Bunga Tanjung people, what is the purpose of your arrival?"
The envoy replied,
"I have to convey Queen Cik Sima's message so that the prince is willing to stop this war. Our actions have to damage the holy land of this secret season, and this secreted the cause of Seri Bunga Tanjung. Whoever comes with bad intentions, disaster will befall them. On the other hand, whoever comes with good intention to Seri Bunga Tanjung will have a prosperous life."
Queen Cik Sima's envoy explained. Hearing the explanation from Queen Cik Sima's envoy, Prince Ampang Kuala realized that he was the one who started the war. the prince immediately ordered his troops to immediately return to Negeri Empang Kuala. The next day, Queen Tixima rushed to the hiding place of her 7 daughters in the forest. How surprised Queen Tixima was, because her 7 daughters were already dead. They died of thirst and hunger. It turned out that Queen Tixima had forgotten that the provisions provided were only enough for 3 months. Meanwhile, the war between Queen Tixima and Prince Empang Kuala lasted up to 4 months. Finally, because she could not bear the sadness over the death of her 7 daughters, Queen Tixima fell ill and soon died. Since that incident, the people of Dumai believe that the name of the city of Dumai is taken from the word the Umay, which was always said by Prince Empang Kuala when he saw the beauty of Princess Mayang Sari or Mayang Mangurai.